Event type. 10 minutes. Buccaneers. Partly cloudy. Okay. Should be good. Okay. Should be good. Advanced game. And I'll like it. Share it out. Twitter.
Today, from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida, this is Madden Football on EA Sports.
It's in the game. Here we go.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
That's so cool. All right. Give me that. Hope everybody can hear me.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott to throw it. Left side to Lamb. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Always fun to get a peek at Tom Brady as he gets in place to command this offense for Tampa Bay.
Well, we've all seen what Tom Brady can do on a football field for a couple of decades now. But how about his most impressive accomplishment? Moving to a different franchise and taking them to a Super Bowl title as well. Not many players can continually stiff-arm Father Time the way that he has. That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Now Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Brady.
Jeez, it took me long enough.
A coverage sack, down he goes. Osa Odighizuwa never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
I'll take that.
You definitely won't like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
It's complete. He's got Gronk. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
All right, here we go.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Dak and the Cowboy offense heading back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. He held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
I'll take that.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Elliott is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Zuerlein good with a PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Almost got to go.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43.
Forget to drink plenty of water.
Here's Brady.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, you
Looking
piece
for
of
Godwin, and
crap.
he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Piece of
A big
garbage.
play that time on the catch and run. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen. Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the first and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
That sucks.
Fournette taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 10-7. This is Tony Pollard. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's fine.
2nd and 10. A give to Elliott. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
EA Sports in the game. Go like this.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Got it.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Lavonte David. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 13. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sorry. 3 days. Come on.
Brady going to throw. to Evans on the slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On first down, Brady. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And just a yard to go here on second down. Now Brady. He finds his man Johnson. Two first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Now Brady again. That's complete to his running back Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's a give to Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady.
Get open out of the way.
Left side, he's got Gronk complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Brady to throw. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Throwing now is Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. Fine work there on the touchdown run as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
You're big. They're not happy about it. Yeah, right.
Let's find out. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Prescott now.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I'm thinking the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboys score. Ezekiel Elliott. Second touchdown here in this first half. Then the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
It's all right. We'll take it.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way you can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
And the lead is down to a field goal.
Playing on Pro. Feel free to comment and enjoy.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Back now comes Tampa Bay.
Here we go.
They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Brady now to throw. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Brady to throw again. Open man left side is Gronkowski. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He drops it off for Bernard. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's a 2nd down. The final shot before half for Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. So we have reached halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
We'll kick it off down the middle. What the heck?
The Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there, and if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Brady's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Yeah.
A handoff to Fournette. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Brady now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Gronkowski. That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Brady. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
I'm just going to stop playing against the Buccaneers. That's all there is to it.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Brady now on first down. There's Evans again, complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a third and 1.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Succop's kick is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And not a whole lot of
Get out of the damn way.
On the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And he rifles one incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On third down, it's Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Now a throw here to his running back.
Every quarterback goes out there and says, let's
feel
get
like
3.
a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
All right.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. 7 yards to pick up there.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
From the 38, Brady. Completing along the sideline, it's Godwin. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Man, it is hot. That's all you can say about him.
To throw is Brady. Over the middle to Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Didn't good.
2nd and 8 coming up. A draw play. Bernard.
Really?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from him right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys in the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Now Brady. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he is out of bounds here. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
I'm going to keep firing. The Cowboys are
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski there to make the grab. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Brady's going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Maybe we play somebody
Down near
else.
the goal line, quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd
I was having
and get
trouble
it to the receiver. In this event,
getting
they
it
did,
to work,
but
so
a nice play by the defender.
I just quick reset it.
Now Pinion with a kickoff honors following the touchdown.
The Cowboys are losing.
Now Pollard. And he'll go down as this
Just
drive will start at the 25-yard line.
It's all right, we're going to play somebody, different team after this.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. A pass there over the middle to start things out.
That's good.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's a good one.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Prescott. And that is knocked away.
That's what's happening. I keep
incomplete.
throwing
That's a nice job
interceptions.
there because you've got to play the ball, not the man winning
For some
coverage.
reason.
That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete.
The guy was all over my
the
back.
coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact
What have you
on
been up to
time,
today?
no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Do any
47-yard
live?
punt, a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again.
I'm hoping they're
There are
going
2
to
scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs to keep up with your
sack
theme there.
Brady
Playing
as
keep
many
away.
times as I
1st
can.
downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski.
What is that kind of? Is that a trap?
He is going to have a Bucs 1st
Is that
down
a
as
horse
they're able
trap?
to get the 3rd down conversion. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Brady. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes.
Brady, I'd trust you too.
Who can blame them?
Now Brady. A quick pass here to Godwin. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. He finds his target. It's Evans.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 1st down, Bernard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
Yeah, but we need to stop.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Brady. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
Take that.
So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Succop will put this one right through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this fourth quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He's going to rifle one deep left side.
That's Schultz.
He's got it. He got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism. Great touchdown.
There we go.
Complete. Dak Prescott
I'll
with a
take that.
connection to CeeDee Lamb.
I'll make
And
it
the
close,
Cowboys
please.
get a bit closer.
We may not win, but we got close. Getting closer.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here.
Yeah, we just keep getting what we
As
get.
this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Intercept.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Oh, he's
From a
coming
yard
back.
or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only 1 timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into
Not
play
taking
either.
it yet.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field.
Oh, you hurt my finger.
Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
47 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Oh, well. No, we'll substitute him. He's hurt. No way. Maybe I should play farm soon.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road,
no
that
kidding.
band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they,
we're not
they
done
did
with
in
this
this
one.
one.
That sucks. They're just going to kneel it down anyways.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game. They're the ones that like going.
The Dolphins. What do you say? We'll be the Dolphins against Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah. Sounds good. Maybe. We keep getting the same. Raiders, Ravens, Titans, Cardinals. Alright. How about Detroit? Yeah, but you gotta be able, my guy's gotta be able to catch the frickin' ball. Oh, there we go. How about Jaguars? Whoops, Jaguars against... There's the frickin' Dolphins. Play Jaguars against them. We will go pro. Ready? Let's see. Exhibit. How about Super Bowl? Even teams. 15 minutes. Yeah, we'll do 15 minutes. Why not? What the heck? It's all in good fun. Two teams you probably never see play each other in the Super Bowl. You've been doing some online streaming? Been doing some... You've been playing Twitch?
Tonight, it's Madden NFL football.
Alright, here we go.
It's Super Bowl Sunday.
So much has happened since the Super Bowl was last in this part of the U.S. in the early 90s. The Rams and Chargers have both returned to L.A., and they've constructed this incredible new palace for football, SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And it will be the scene tonight for Super Bowl 56. And what a matchup we have.
Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Miami Dolphins taking on a second AFC team, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Another what? Beer? I need a beer. Too bad I don't drink.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
Wow.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Injury timeout.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Wow.
And some room to maneuver.
My guys, I suck. I just absolutely suck.
Way down into Jacksonville territory.
Oh, I just suck. That's
wow. Play there on the catch and run.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there, and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Fuller. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Tua going to throw. And he's got it. He did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity, strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they did it, now look where they are on the field. All right, this is naturally set up for a running play, isn't it? But
well, if he was going for a field goal, that would
accuracy on this drive, you might want to think about a pass play in this situation.
Interesting. Time to find out. Gaskin. And he is met in his tracks.
Why couldn't I do that before?
The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Gaskin again.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Yeah.
With a first touchdown of this Super Bowl and a long one at that.
And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Sanders.
Stevenson
and that makes the score 7-0.
League.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
All right.
And they'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence.
That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
And this will be a Jaguars first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Okay.
Lawrence will throw.
Got it.
His man complete over the middle. That's Arnold. And he gets this one to
midfield
before he's brought down.
Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able
Yeah,
to continue to find
doing.
him here in the early going,
I'm doing both.
I think it'll help out his
a little bit
teammates
here,
out
a
on the
little bit
perimeter.
there.
You can take the big shots later if he occupies
Twitch.
their attention.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mostly YouTube.
Lawrence going to give this to Robinson, draw play.
Oh.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Get it?
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Give me the ball.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence.
Oh.
Able to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete them.
And he's going to be sacked.
You son of a...
Back right at the midfield stripe. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Tua, and his pass incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
All right. Jack's coming for your ass.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he's got room. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, 36 yards. And the Dolphins will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
I should really get a face cam so everybody can see what kind of faces I'm making right now. What kind of fingers I'm throwing up.
And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
But we do not rage quit.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins.
Let's go.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
All right, let's go.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Lawrence.
Got it.
They throw, but the catch is made. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jones. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence.
Oh, got it.
That's going to be caught. It's short.
Oh, yeah.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. He's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
Nice.
Yeah, the Jaguars are going to have it 1st and goal as they'll take this down to about the 3.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and
Cowboys
the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just...
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars are on the board here in this Super Bowl. And nothing special there. They showed they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. This is Gaskin on the carry. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 2nd down and 3.
All right, let's go. Come on.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
What
There's
in the...
with a catch.
You gotta be joking
On the
me.
way in for a Miami touchdown.
Oh.
56 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 21-7.
3 touchdowns.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Just kneel it down, would you?
This fielded right at the goal line.
I don't know why.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard
Don't know why
line.
he does that.
And now out come the Jags. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
I'll take that.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards.
Better.
Also like what the runner's giving us, too.
Better.
It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive. And it's
Can you imagine if I had like 50 viewers watching me right now, what they'd be saying? They'd just be all
So
over
now
me.
after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They will complete this to Shenault.
That count now. Yep.
Not before getting this inside the 30.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
We need the 4.
Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw.
Got
and he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Oh, you should have turned around quickly.
Incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My fault.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lawrence on the slant. This is Chark. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly.
Look for somebody else
3
besides
points
somebody
were in
that's
their
covered
hip
by
pocket.
15
They had those.
Dolphins.
Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Here's Gaskin. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well,
A pretty wild
at least we
first
got out of there with
21-7
another
our
touchdown.
score. Second and 9.
All right, come on. Let's get something going.
Looking to pass. Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but
How do I
out of
challenge
bounds,
it?
according to the headlines.
Okay. I was gonna say.
Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd
challenged.
down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. And that will be
Did you see the guy that was highlighted? He like did a
because they've had a lot of
roundabout.
trouble slowing down this offense in the first half.
Like all
this
the way
might be their
around.
opportunity to get off the field.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. On the return, here's Agnew. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Whammy.
On 1st down.
Nope,
Robinson,
we're not going
and
whammy.
they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
What do I want? How about that?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lawrence to throw. There's a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're acting panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Robinson, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence By Shark. Touchdown,
Beautiful.
Jaguars. DJ Chark, 29 yards.
Beautiful.
And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. Solid response that time by a young quarterback. Last drive interception, this drive the touchdown pass.
I like how you described it, solid,
that was
because
absolutely
you don't get extra kudos for bouncing back if you're going to be a big-time quarterback. You're supposed to do that. But at the same time, when you're a rookie, that's not guaranteed, is it? Sometimes they hang their heads and they go in the tank a little bit. Not in this case. Bounced back, took his team downfield, and threw a touchdown pass.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd and 9, Tua quickly into the hands of Fuller. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
Take that.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now Lawrence to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Lawrence. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield, and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Might as well.
Boy, a call like this, certainly tougher to make in a Super Bowl, but they'll go for it on 4th down. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Tua. They'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line
making me
before it's all
sicky.
said and done.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Gesicki making me sicky.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. Tua sets up to pass it. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there. I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 3rd down, Lawrence looking downfield for Jones. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. Connection made with Shenault. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Arnold. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. Lawrence with the handoff to Robinson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. Here's Lawrence. And he fires one, but incomplete. So now 4th down looming. Remember, these guys went for it on their last drive, but it didn't work out.
Yeah, even though it didn't work out, I would not be surprised at all if they went ahead and did it again.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Darn right.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Anytime a ball thrown in the middle of the field is popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Michael Palardy now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Agnew now to return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown now. 2nd and 10. Here's Lawrence again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Now this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. The fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
You suck.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl.
All right, here we go. They need inches. Let's go.
They'll run for it with Robinson.
Give me the ball.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it. It worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter's telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal. So it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that nearly trouble, but it's incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it, and it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. This one might be going the other way. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Myles Jack there to make the tackle. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you, so the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Complete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll run with Etienne. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. To throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. He finds his man. Complete. That's Arnold. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
We'll take that.
And he is going to have a Jags 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
It's all right.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play.
Right.
Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. To Chenault on the slant. Touchdown! Laviska Chenault from 21 yards away. And the Jaguars are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl.
Tie that baby up.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. A 10-play drive that time. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
No, we're not doing an onside kick.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
But we are going to... I don't know who keeps sending messages, but I can't see them. All right.
And instead, his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. At that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
A play fake for Gasket. Now Tua. Got a man complete. It's Fuller again. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Piece of doggy
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Now a short one to Gesicki.
Gesicki making me sick.
That catch good for only a couple. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches. Now Tua. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. To return, here's Agnew. And they'll start this drive just across the 30.
Be right back, guys. Not on our porch. Playing football, I just keep hearing rumbling. And I haven't done that much in my years. Dropping things on the roof. I know he's got covering. Do what? Yeah, that would really suck. I don't know. How much does it cost for a roof? How much it costs for an air conditioner? Alright, sorry about that. We're having a storm.
Work on the return.
We are having a storm.
The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
Giving to the big tight end on fourth. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. On their own side of the field, close to the 50, but their own side of the field. They only needed a couple of inches, and they were able to get it done.
And it doesn't matter whether you're a zone blocking team, a man blocking team, gap blocking, whatever you want to call it. When it's in this situation, it's really man-on-man, isn't it? Who's going to win the battle? And right there, we saw it at the point of attack. Find enough yardage to pick up a first down. Give him credit for that one.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. On second down now. It's Robinson, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 76 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. Okay. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. There wasn't the line that jumped that time, the second level.
No, that's a great observation because most of the time it's those guys up front so eager to get off on the snap. They do it, but in this case, you're exactly right. Second level, probably because they moved up to the first level, and that hurts them.
Another run with Gaskin. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously, more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Dancing to his left.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
My guys can't do
Second
shit.
down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
The kick by Sanders is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
All right, here we go.
Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. Well, remember, he had the interception earlier. Now he adds the sack. He's really making his presence felt out there.
Well, he is putting together a heck of a game. In fact, he's going to bump these plays to his highlight reel. Okay, so when he wants to show it off later on, look what I did out there, guys. And this offense, they've got to start paying him a little special attention. He's like a good basketball player, putting stats in every column.
42 yards on the punch, just 2 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense back out onto the field.
He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here this one so far.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua, thrown to Parker, complete on the slant. One quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Dwayne Smoot in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Now a short one to Gesicki. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. All right, Charles Davis, what do we make of these numbers, and what's happened to the big tight end here?
Well, I think a lot of times we talk so much about adjustments and what you're going to do at halftime that maybe we miss what actually goes on. Because the sense is that, oh, they go in at the half, they just change everything.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And the Dolphins are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Let's get to a hit, and the ball is out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you 2 scores down. Kidding. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick here is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game, 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. 2 and now on 1st down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete.
I don't know if he keeps. I mean, I can't see messages on.
So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Allen in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it was hard for anyone to react.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. And it's quickly becoming now or never time in the Super Bowl, trailing by 7 here in the fourth. A pivotal moment in this football game. And that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. It's Arnold. And he's taken down inside the 30.
The design that we're seeing right there, this is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Draw play, Etienne. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he didn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock. And this is 2nd and less than a yard.
I could have had a touchdown. I should have had a touchdown.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll have a Dolphins 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage.
Keep seeing somebody
clock, see if you can continue to
keep
take it
saying
down.
me somebody messages me on I guess PSN network or something.
Gain some yardage and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
I got to get out of this.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 40.
These guys, they're not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Play action. Now it's Tua. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Finally.
Josh Allen, his 2nd sack of the night.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get him the 1st down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job
defensively.
They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
You've got to get
Jaguars
something going.
come to the line to start their next drive. Yeah, we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the fourth quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Nick Needham picks it off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. After the turnover, it's Tua. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
Really?
Those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4 way back in Super Bowl 10.
Wearing those golden high tops as well.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Tua going to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
We got a 1-score game. We got a stupid commentator. Tell me something I don't know.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Gaskin again on 2nd down. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Get the ball back. We're going.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. 83 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
I don't know what the hell that is, but we'll see.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. Trophy has a home in South Florida. The Miami Dolphins are your Super Bowl champions.
Shut up. Shut up.
And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is. And
appreciate everybody coming in. We'll see you in the next game.